a massive warrior 9 feet tall, covered in bronze armor, standing in a valley between two armies. This was Goliath, the champion of the Philistines, and for 40 days he had been taunting the Israelite army, challenging anyone brave enough to face him in single combat. But no one dared, not even King Saul, who stood head and shoulders above most Israelites. Enter David, a young shepherd boy with wild sun-bleached hair and weathered hands from tending his father's sheep. He wasn't there to fight. He was just delivering bread and cheese to his brothers in the army. But when he heard Goliath's booming voice echoing through the valley, something stirred inside him. Who is this uncircumcised Philistine that he should defy the armies of the living God? David asked, his voice filled with genuine disbelief. The soldiers around him probably thought he was naive, maybe even foolish. But David had a secret they didn't know about. He had already faced lions and bears while protecting his sheep, and he knew he wasn't alone in those battles. When word reached King Saul about this bold young shepherd, he summoned David. Imagine the scene, the mighty king offering his personal armor to this teenage boy. The bronze helmet, the heavy coat of mail, the sword, they were symbols of conventional warfare. But David could barely walk in them. "I cannot go with these," he said, taking them off. "I haven't tested them." Instead, he picked up his shepherd's staff and went to a nearby stream, where he chose 5 smooth stones. Just 5 small stones against a giant's arsenal. The contrast must have been almost comical. Goliath, this mountain of a man, facing a young shepherd armed with nothing but a sling and some pebbles. The giant's laughter boomed across the valley. "Am I a dog, that you come at me with sticks?" he roared. But David's response still echoes through the ages. "You come against me with sword and spear and javelin, but I come against you in the name of the Lord Almighty, whom you have defied. This day the Lord will deliver you into my hands." With practiced skill, David loaded his sling. The stone flew true, striking Goliath in the forehead, the only unprotected part of his body. The giant fell face down, and suddenly the valley erupted in chaos. The Philistines fled, and Israel had their unlikely hero. But here's the thing about this story that still captures our imagination today. It wasn't about the size of the warrior in the fight, but the size of the faith in the warrior. David won not because he was stronger or better armed, but because he had absolute trust in something bigger than himself. This tale reminds us that sometimes the most powerful weapon isn't a sword or spear, but unwavering conviction. It shows us that courage isn't about being fearless. It's about moving forward despite our fears, knowing that we're not facing our giants alone.